Joining me on In the Middle with Principal Hayward is grade 7 science teacher, Mrs. Pam Cruickshank. Mrs. Cruickshank is in her second year at Norton Middle School and has quickly become a key member of the Norton Middle School staff. She makes teaching hands-on, engaging, and fun. She does a great job building rapport with her students and is one of the most authentic people that I know. Miss C is very well-rounded, and I'm looking very forward to finding out more about her. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for everything you said.
It's true, it's well deserved. While you're new to Norton, just your second year, you're not new to teaching.
Correct.
Where did you teach before and what you teach?
Okay, I taught science for Brockton High School.
Yeah.
For 9 years I was there. I taught earth science, biology,
Yeah.
and physics.
Earth science, biology, and physics, so
Yeah.
quite well-rounded at the high school level.
That's correct.
Now you shifted down to the middle school. What is it about middle school kids? Everyone's like, oh, middle school, it's different, and you really got to... What are the differences that you see or like between high school and middle school?
I love the curiosity and the energy of middle school.
Particularly
age 12.
the middle school kid.
Yeah.
That
age 12 is fantastic. The kids come in every day, positive, lots of questions, lots of energy, and just draws me right into it.
Yeah, so you kind of feed off of their energy.
I do.
I know you, I think I mentioned, very energetic person. What makes Norton Middle School unlike any other place you've ever taught?
That, I would have to say, is the positivity. The minute I walk in every day, there's, from everybody that you meet here, is happy to be here and very positive and works great with others, and we're all here for the same reason, you know, and it shows. It's just the positivity every day. There's not one day that's gone that I haven't seen that. And it makes a huge impression on me every single day.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Now, your mother, Mrs. Murray, was a longtime foreign language teacher here on 8 Purple. Was teaching in your genes? Was this your first calling, something you always wanted to do, or something you came to? Something
I came to. When I was younger, in my 20s, and I won't say anymore, I didn't necessarily want to be a teacher. I wanted to work. Was
that because you wanted to just do your own thing?
I did. And I wanted to rebel. I think I was a little rebellious, you know. In my 20s, I wanted to kind of make my own path and see what's out there. And I wanted to be outside. So I kind of took a funny route to becoming a teacher. I had a lot of environmental jobs, so I traveled quite a bit. Did lots of testing on hazmat sites. I did hazmat spills. Then I started to get into IT a little bit, so I did a little bit of that. But as I got older, I realized that there was something more out there. And when I looked at who I really am, that I love to learn, but I also am, you know, pretty good energy level. And I always loved kids. So that's when I really started to think about, well, maybe I could use all these things that I've done and become a teacher. And I loved it day one. I knew that I made the right decision. I never went back.
And so what did you go to college for?
Chemistry and geology.
Chemistry and geology.
I started with photography, actually. It's funny. I got a great scholarship to go and study photography. And what I found is that photography opened doors for me. It allows you to study anything that you want. And so, you know, if you're outside doing something natural in the natural world, you might see something like a certain leaf you've never seen before. So you photograph that leaf, but then your curiosity kicks in and you're like, what kind of leaf is that? Where'd that come from? What tree? You know, where do they grow? And
then that feeds back to your science.
And it went right into science. I always loved science too. It was one of my better subjects as a student. But after my first year, I just switched over to chemistry and geology, and I took all the biologies I could and all the physics that I could.
Now you jumped right in and helped out with the photography club. So you're still interested in photography, still something you do?
I love it. It really is still a key to learning. It's very peaceful, but it also opens up your mind to things like, it makes you look at things just a little bit different.
What's like the best photograph you've ever taken? What is it of and where was it?
Oh man, I would say it's the Iceland. I went to Iceland and I went to a geyser, and this was a huge geyser, lots of energy. And so it was kind of a rainy, cloudy day, and I kind of squatted down next to the geyser, right under the rope that they tell you not to go past, you know. Had my camera all ready. And I think it explodes every like 6 minutes or something. So the first time it did, I jumped, and I lost that picture. I didn't even get a chance. Yeah. But then I prepared myself for the vibrations, and if you look and you watch, you can tell just before the water level sinks down a little bit, and as it starts to bubble up, I took a whole bunch of shots, and I got one that everybody seems to love a lot. It's just the crusting of the water. Yeah. And when it starts to explode up, and kind of you can see individual bubbles of water exploding over the main huge bubble. That was a real lucky shot, but
now you traveled. You went to Iceland. Yeah. Were you traveling to take photographs, or do you just like travel in general?
I love all of it. It opens up new worlds. I get to meet people. I kind of like to stay in like neighborhoods. Yeah. So. I just enjoy meeting different cultures and people and seeing what their day-to-day life is like, and photographing.
What's the most interesting place you've ever been?
St. Petersburg, Russia. I went there by myself. Yeah. And I got lost a lot because they have so many rivers. They call it the Venice of the North. Yeah. So every time on my map, which was in Cyrillic, didn't help me too much. Yeah. I followed the wrong river.
I'm not quite sure what that is. Okay.
But it's just an interesting part of the world. It was the architecture and the history was just astonishing. I felt so small in a city like that with such great history. Yeah. And it was just, I wasn't there very long, but I got to see a lot of things that were just, the domes have different colors. It's all gold. The buildings are green, and they're just
like a patina type thing?
Yeah.
Sounds
with
beautiful.
Big parks, and it was kind of a.
Now I'm kind of scared. I like the United States. I feel comfortable. See the news. I watch it. I'm kind of scared. I know it's probably a flaw, not something I'm bragging about. No. But what's the scariest place you've ever been? Because to me that sounds quasi frightening. just being in Russia.
Yeah, St. Petersburg. From the experiences I had, the Russian people that I met were very standoffish.
Okay, so you really couldn't tap into the people?
Not at all. I said please and thank you in Russian to the bus drivers and everybody, but didn't get much of a response. And then I was on a Russian ship, and so it's hard to break through that barrier. I did actually break through it at one point, but that was difficult traveling too. Very difficult, with the communication and just the people are. Yeah. Not outgoing. That's the experience that I had anyway. Yeah.
Okay. One of the things is being a teacher, a successful teacher like you are, is the classroom's fun and engaging, but I spoke about how you build a good rapport. What are some ways that you've been able to connect to the kids outside of the classroom since you've been here?
Well, I like to I love sports, so I try to make as many sports things as I can. Yeah. All sports. I love them. And the photography club. Yeah. Some of the clubs here, I pop in and hang out with the kids there, and I learn a lot from them. Yeah. I have like morning activities, like for anyone that needs extra help, they come in the morning and the afternoon. But
you also helped out with the hockey team at one point,
yeah,
right?
I did. I did, and I loved that. Yeah. Ice hockey is my favorite sport of all time. Yeah. And that was a great way to meet. That was my first year. Yes. And to meet a lot of the students that we have here, and I had a great time. And you've come to school
dances and things like that. I've seen. Yeah.
You guys do. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of things that the students are involved in, and it's just fun.
Yeah, there are a lot of things.
And it's great. That's the thing is, if you're going to be a teacher, I feel like you really need to know the kids. Yeah. What are they like? What are the things they don't like? Yeah. You need to know the kid.
And it goes so far. I imagine in the classroom when they've seen you at the game and you can talk about it and things like that. With sports, so hockey's your favorite sport. Yeah. You talk about these different things. So again, not mentioning anyone's age, or anything like that.
Fair.
But
fair
how
enough.
do you keep? You're active in sports. Tell me about that because. I went into class the other day and you've got your fingers injured here. You're telling me it was in a basketball league. What's your sporting, your relationship to sports and stuff?
It's funny. I think it's kind of like the whole mind-body experience sort of thing. Like, I love to learn, but being physical is another thing that I think is just so positive. It, gives you energy for the next day. Like, so even if I can't play a sport, I work out at home, and I find if I don't, you know, I start to kind of feel tired a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I play in a basketball league here in Norton.
Yeah.
And that's a blast. And then I did play up until about last January, an ice hockey league in Rainham.
Okay.
And I'm looking to sign up back into that because I miss that.
Yeah.
But I've played soccer in co-ed leagues and any sport that I can find that I like them over 30, but they're hard to find. So I will play in over 18.
Yeah.
It's a little more dangerous for me, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I played hockey up till about 38, then I kind of had to walk away.
It hurts.
It's tough. Yeah,
it does
tough,
hurt.
But I found golf now, so it's
golf is
a lot
awesome.
easier.
I love golf too.
Okay, what goal do you think humanity is not focusing enough on?
Oh man.
Yep. See, I hit you with the hard one now.
Yeah.
We're laughing,
There's
joking.
Just so
we're
many.
joking about sports, talking about sports, and now I ask you, what thing should humans, or our country, the government, focus more on?
Community. It's actually not as hard as I thought it was when you first asked me that. I think that, you know, we talk about global economy and we talk about the competitiveness between companies. What can we buy from them? What can we sell to them? What can we do this? But the idea is, you know, we're all Homo sapiens. We all come from the same area.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, how can we help other countries? How can they help us? More of a teamwork approach. Yeah. And capitalism is great, and I'm not saying anything against that, but I feel like it's almost like crowdsourcing. There's so many people here now that we can tap into to be a better help to some countries that may need it. And it doesn't mean the government has to get involved in it at all. Beside of that, it's almost like crowdsourcing. There's just, you know, this underlying community building things we can do to help.
And there's so many ways that we're all alike. Just focus on those.
Absolutely. I mean, we are so much alike. Yeah. So I think focusing on that and the humanity of it, I think would be a great thing. Yeah. You know?
On your webpage, so I was getting ready, who I'm going to ask on the show. I saw it, and I believe it's you. I don't know if it's you or just, but it looks like you're scuba diving.
Yes.
Is that you on your webpage underwater there?
Yeah, that is me.
So you do scuba? Is this a hobby? Was that kind of, you trained for it, or do you?
I've been certified for scuba diving for a long time. Yeah. And I scuba dived, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but around the coast of Massachusetts. Yeah. A lot, even in the wintertime. But it's hard to see. Visibility is not great. Even in the wintertime? Yeah. Not for long periods of time and not deep at all. Yeah. But it's something that I love, and the ones I did this summer were deeper than I've normally gone before. Yeah. But visibility was fantastic. And I just love to see, you know, we know more about outer space than we actually do the ocean. Yeah. And so it's just, I think as I get older, it may be my next real thing that I'm going to push for and investigate. Yeah. Because I can't really go to outer space anymore. Okay. All right. You want to go there? You're a science teacher. Do you think alien life exists? I do. You do? I do. I just watched the Voyager 1 show on Discovery the other day, and I'm convinced. You're convinced? What about, and it is like, you know, we're kind of laughing, like maybe they'll show this episode, maybe someone watch it like 2 in the morning and we're talking about aliens, and it's one of those things. But for science and curiosity in kids, it's like one of those like kind of questions that I think really engages kids and engages everybody. Yeah. On, you know, kind of a practical level, kind of, I guess, within the reach of our lifetime or the grasp of a human lifetime, do you think they'll find like even microscopic life in our solar system? I do. I really do. I think the form could be anything from a small blob, you know, like no vertebrate at all. No, but, you know, you do need a few things to create life, and all those things are found in stars. Yeah. So everything that you need to create life is already there. So it's just a matter of, I think, getting some of the elements to combine with the right amount of heat and water. Those are the things we know we need. But there could be life out there from things that we don't even know are necessary for life. Different combinations. Yeah. Yeah. But I do really think it's out there. So you think somewhere in the solar system, within our lifetime or our students' lifetime, that news might break that, hey, they found something. Yeah. I mean, now we know there's volcanoes erupting on Io, Jupiter's moon. Yeah. So, you know, that means tectonic plate activity, things happening in there,
heat.
molten lava, heat, like all that stuff. So that's pretty cool on the moon, you know?
Yeah.
So.
What's an exciting or unit that you're looking forward to teaching this year that's coming up? It's like either a topic that you like to cover or something that has a cool project in it. What do kids have to look forward to later this year?
Oh boy, let's see. I love the one we just started Friday. It's on human impact in the world.
Yeah.
Because we just finished the water cycle, and now we get to look at, you know, how the carbon footprints, global kind of carbon footprints, things like this. But what's neat about it is that you kind of give the power back to the kids and say, well, you know, one of the big things, and they don't know this yet, but one of the big things in the world is the absence of drinking water, healthy, sanitized drinking water. Yeah. So we do a nice, at the end of Human Impacts, we do a nice activity where the students get to build a water filtration unit. And I tried it last year, and it was amazing at the interest and the curiosity and the inventiveness the kids have. Yeah. I give them very limited things, some cotton balls, a couple of toothpicks, and then there's some other things that they can ask to bring in and things. And almost every team brought in something from home that was approved, and they came up with these awesome filtrations. And how do we know? It's because I poured dirty water into the top of it, and when it comes out, it looks cleaner, which doesn't mean they can drink it or anything, but I mean, those are the kids that are coming up with the ideas for solving problems in the future. And I think in grade 7, the science curriculum is all about that. So that's one of my favorites, just the excitement of that water filtration unit.
Because you know, it's real world, it's application, the kids are hands-on. And
they really want to help. They really are into, you know, once they learn about how many countries and places have unsafe drinking water, they want to be the next one that invents that. And that's a wonderful excitement and energy and curiosity. Yeah, because
oftentimes you always hear, you know, why are we doing this? Or why is this? And that lesson right up front has the why built into it. And you get to focus on the how. How can we help? Or how can we do this? Not why are we doing this? Or why is it worth doing?
And then they know that I'll be dumping muddy water in that I make. And they're just so excited. They just really want to see that water come out cleaner. And I don't know. It's just, I show them the muddy water. It looks disgusting. And so they definitely want to clean it.
If you were to pick anyone on staff to go into business with, who would it be, and why would you pick that person?
Oh man, wow. Okay. Andrea Mack.
Andrea Mack, okay. What business are you guys doing?
Well, she would be, her sense of humor and her day-to-day approach to the biggest, like, you know, sometimes we have these certain issues that come up, or puzzles that we have to solve. And her approach every day is just so positive and so, and they work. You know, she thinks outside the box, and I think she every day is committed to what she's doing up there. And if I were to start a business, I can think of, I mean, there's a lot of people here that I enjoy being around, but
she's the one.
She's the one that she's tireless. She day to day always comes up with new and fresh ideas to help the kids.
And kind of full circle back to the start of our interview with positive people, good energy. That we started the interview with, we're kind of ending with, because those are the attributes of the people you like being around.
Oh, that's funny.
So kind of back to full circle. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
You're absolutely one of the most positive people I have on the staff, always the good sense of humor.
Thanks.
And the same smile, the start of the day, the end of the day, I see the same energy and fun coming from your room.
Thank you. I love it here.
Awesome.
I really do.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pam Cruickshank, grade 7 science teacher, Norton Middle School.